Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Very warm welcome to you to this inaugural directors event.
We really hope the discussions today are going to be intense, and we hope that most importantly it's going to result in some new thinking and bring some new solutions to the myriad of problems and challenges that we face in this country. But more importantly perhaps than that, I also hope that we can reflect on some of the successes that this country has had and that we continue to achieve as a country.
MMI's purpose is to enhance the lifetime financial wellness of individuals, businesses and communities. And it is certainly this community aspect of our purpose that really compels us as an organization to get involved in the broader society and really to be a good corporate citizen and to give back to society. Today is just a small step on that journey.
A fundamental value system is germane. I accept as received leadership wisdom that the most successful organizations are those that are vision beckoned and values anchored.
The first panel of the day, as we get to this biggest board meeting in South Africa undergoing this morning, is under the theme Governance, Accountability and Reputation Management. It's really all about regaining trust.
Give me a perspective, please, on governance and reputation management and accountability.
It's the ability for boards to take that step back to say, right, we've got all these great things, but are we living these values and are we achieving these things within our company?
From government's point of view, you're looking at entrusted power coming from the citizens. I suspect from business, the entrusted power comes from your shareholders and from your customers.
We're now ready for the second session, Leadership and Talent Management, really about creating as well appropriate succession.
All right, so how do we manage talent? How do we create leaders that share the talent they have? Do we have a culture of leadership succession in South Africa?
I really do think that business has to take, and so does government, have to take a serious look at how they generate talent development strategies when all they are looking at is the pool within.
If you want to demonstrate leadership, you need a goal. You need a plan to realize that goal. You need the obstacles to the realization of that plan. And you need to mark a plan on how to get around those obstacles.
This session, number 3, is on infrastructure development. It's really about looking at that as a critical growth springboard.
Infrastructure is a very broad and all-encompassing term. It's technical, it's jargon. But as a storyteller and a journalist, I like to unpack things so that we all understand what they actually mean.
I think infrastructure development is critical. I mean, there's a direct benefit, which is usually from the construction sector, and those workers that make the money through the construction sector, they spend back into the economy, but we all know that. I think it's more the secondary idea of infrastructure development that is important for small businesses. And that is that I also see it as an investment by the government to us as small business.
There is a great opportunity to develop skills further in this country, and we've got the people, the young people who can step forward for this. So I think skills need to be developed, should be developed, and certainly can be developed. But it also takes planning as well.
We're getting the next panelist ready, which will be talking about economy and entrepreneurship.
And study after study talks about the low culture of entrepreneurship. Study after study talks about the high red tape, complex regulatory environment, low savings, and an underdeveloped venture capital industry, all of which point to a relatively tough environment for entrepreneurship. But the real question is what to do. What do we do, and what are some of the solutions?
Sadly, you can never have growthless jobs. You can have jobless growth, which is what we've had. And it is in this point that we need entrepreneurs.
In order to create 9 million jobs, it would mean that we'd have to accelerate economic activity from the current 1.5% levels all the way to 5.5% per annum for the next 15 years. Now, the NDP has taken this even a step further to say that from that 9 million jobs, 90% have to come from SMEs. But if we look at the current global context with all the fragilities and downside risks, and some of the domestic challenges that we face, it's going to become increasingly difficult to solve the growth and unemployment problems that the NDP seeks to do.
We'd like to thank the Sunday Times for having initiated this event and approached us at MMI Holdings to be the headline partners.